Okay, so for week 2 of spring anime, the season continues. We're still very early on, but yeah, a lot of like great shows. Kind of, keeping it consistent, solid progression. Kaiju number 8 was nice. So yeah, I mean, they're gonna do 12 live streams, it looks like. I have some opinions because in the Crunchyroll live stream, you can't see the live chat, you have to scroll down. Also, the subtitles are kind of out of sync, which is I guess fine. They're figuring it out because it is entertaining watching anime with like random people online seeing their live reactions. That is cool, but there's still a lot of quality of life things that the stream requires. But besides that, we have the usual romance shows, cute girls doing cute things, some action shows, some slice of life, and of course the isekais, can't forget about them. So yeah, let's get started. I'll start talking about Kaiju number 8 though. Yeah, we have episode 2. So our boy Kafka turned into a kaiju randomly end of the episode. It started off as a wholesome scene with him and his boy Ichikawa at the hospital. This is Kafka's last chance. He's getting too old. He's 32. But yeah, before we continue our lives, he just swallowed up this kind of parasitic kaiju and turns into a kaiju. So yeah, he's kaiju number 8. So yeah, he's super strong. Like he has like the skeletal face and some gray muscular body structure. And then yeah, he has some sharp teeth, glowing eyes. He just punches the hospital. Like he doesn't know how to control his strength. He kind of scares this old man at the hospital. Him and Ichikawa don't know what to do. They're shit in their pants. So it's kind of like a serious situation because everyone, the kaiju hunters, are like going after them. We see Mina, she's also there. She's kind of sad that Kafka abandoned her. So yeah, they kind of escape through the window after he just, destroys the hospital building. The comedy in this anime is like so unexpected because they hit you with so many jokes. Like it is fine. Like, I'm loving it, but I mean, maybe sometimes you gotta let us breathe. You gotta let the serious moments take part. But yeah, just like pure comedy, Kafka running as the kaiju body. He doesn't know how to control his bodily functions. And he kind of just like goes all crazy. His body's growing all these appendages. He's peeing through his nipples. It's nuts. What is happening? But they kind of run into this abandoned neighborhood where they see another kaiju attacking. So Kafka, being the hero that he is, punches the kaiju. Very sick punch. It was animated very well, kind of slow motion, just like puts all his strength in it, breaks the kaiju in half, hits it with so much force that it explodes. All his intestines kind of vaporize, and it's just like raining blood. So yeah, I mean, Kafka, kaiju number 8, he is strong, but he also saved these people's lives, so it's kind of cool, but he's a kaiju. So he runs away with Ichikawa, but then he realizes that he can undo the transformation. So he was thinking about his past with Mina. He has a lot of regrets, so finally he's like putting his foot down, he's moving forward. He's like, it's not too late, I'm gonna join the Kaiju Defense Corps. So it looks like when Kafka's like really determined, that's when he can like fully control the kaiju form. And yeah, he unmorphs, they run away. So yeah, kaiju number 8, they're calling him. He's the first kaiju to ever escape the defense corps. So I mean, that's cool. They're hunting him down, so I guess he has to lay low. There's like a 3-month time skip where everyone's just like, moving on with their lives. Kafka and Ishikawa kind of like hide this secret together. And then they pass the kaiju defense exam. That's cool. Kafka's one step closer to achieving his dream. There's more exams after this though, so this is not the final step. But yeah, a lot of funny moments. Kafka's still trying to control his transformation fully, so he can't really do that. But yeah, it looks like we're on the fast track to joining the Kaiju Defense Corps. The story progression in this anime is very good so far. It's not too slow, not too fast. We're meeting characters. The story's kind of interesting. A lot of stuff happens each episode. And besides that, we kind of end the episode with a new character, kind of like this bratty blonde girl who's apparently like super rich and super strong. She's wearing like this kaiju suit. She like lifts up Kafka's car and then just yeets it away because like he's parking in her spot apparently. So yeah, her name is Shinomio. So yeah, I mean, new character introduced. We'll probably deal with her. And yeah, episode finished. Also, the opening was very nice, honestly. Yeah, the opening to the song, I think it's made by Youngblood. I know the ending was made by One Republic, which was also kind of sick. But yeah, this opening was also cool. It was like full CGI, kind of like very unique, just like super simple and abstract, but also like the motion and everything was kind of sick. You don't really see this type of opening too much. So yeah, I mean, like this anime's doing a lot to kind of make it unique, kind of different. I've been seeing a lot of complaints on the character designs, like they're like a bit too cartoony, a bit too different from the mangas. So I mean, there's that. But we just got to see, let the anime breathe. Let's discover what they're cooking over here as Kaiju number 8 continues. Okay, so for Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, episode 3. Another episode down, another girl that has just like a traumatized past. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a common trend. There's like the main cast of girls all have some type of struggle. We know Mahiru kind of like hates rejection and is also like kind of hiding herself. We know Kano's kind of like this washed up idol, and Takanashi is kind of like this obsessed stalker. So yeah, a new girl comes into the mix. She's a VTuber, kind of famous, very popular. So yeah, I mean, life looks good for her, but yeah, she has like a deep dark secret, which is that she kind of dropped out of high school. She's kind of like hiding this because she has like an air of confidence around her. She doesn't want to let Mahiru kind of see her weakness. So yeah, her name is Kiwi. We kind of see her backstory here, which was like a bit sad. It was like, nothing crazy. But yeah, basically she's just like super confident. So when she went to high school, she just kind of like expressed herself very clearly. Was just like very loud, showing off her passions, her hobbies. It's like gacha games, online stuff, which a lot of people thought was childish. So yeah, basically she kind of got isolated, which was fine. Like she was still eager and going to school. But then I guess after like a while, it just like, takes a toll on you, not making any friends. And yeah, everyone's kind of like wary of her. So yeah, she drops out of high school, becomes a full-time VTuber, but pretty much she feels ashamed about this. Her problem is that, yeah, she's like very skilled, but she's a bit too expressive, which is very sad. I mean, like I would be your friend, Kiwi, but I guess you're not real. But yeah, Kiwi gets involved because the Jellyfish squad, they kind of want to make a music video. So they want to animate like this little drawing that My Hero did. So they hire Kiwi because she has like experience like 3D modeling and stuff. But then yeah, when Mahiru kind of digs deep into Kiwi's backstory, kind of asks some of her classmates about her, they tell her that she dropped out. So yeah, Mahiru kind of calls Kiwi about this. Kiwi's like so sad. She's like, oh, are you gonna make fun of me too? Like, do you not like me? Do you not think I'm cool anymore? So yeah, showing off their insecurities, like, this is like a genuinely cool show. These characters have like very simple emotional problems, but the anime is kind of depicting it very well. So Mahiru's kind of like doing this dance during the school culture festival. He's basically like the mythological character Amino Uzume doing this dance. And I guess Kiwi is happy. She kind of like joins the Jellyfish team, maybe. We gotta see, but yeah, this seems to be our main forecast of characters. Also, the ending, it was drawn with the kind of OC Jellyfish character that got created. So yeah, I guess Kiwi animated this ending as well. Yo, very skilled. Like, I'm not really blown away by any of the music, but it's still like pretty decent. So yeah, I mean, the anime continues. All right, so for Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Part 2, Episode 3, insane episode, good emotional moments here. So yeah, I mean, we see Nanahoshi, so Silent 7 stars. She finally made this magic circle 2 years in the making. So if she could do this one-way summoning, then theoretically she can do it the reverse way and get herself back to Earth. So we see her like drawing a bunch of magic circles. It's finally finished. Rudius imbues his magic into it, and what happens? The paper kind of like short circuits and breaks. So yes, this magical circle kind of failed. Nanahoshi is like a bit sad. So Rudius is like, okay, take it easy. I see you've been working a lot. You're tired. You got bags in your eyes. We'll kind of workshop this, do it again. But she sees like true despair. It's like, imagine you're in school working on your project, your thesis, and then shit just goes wrong last minute. And all that hard work and time you put there is for nothing. That's how she feels. So she kind of just like yells really loudly. Insanely good voice acting by her. And it just like wrecks her whole lab. Rudius is trying to like hold her back, stop her. And then yeah, she kind of just like gives up and collapses. Oh my god, bro. She's sad, she's sick, she's been overworked. So yeah, this is definitely not an overreaction. It felt very well written, and I love these kind of like high emotional, relatable moments in anime. So yeah, Rudius kind of takes her to his house, and then she gets to like relax a bit, but she's turning into a shut-in. She's turning into Rudius's past self. So yeah, Rudius wants to help her, so he recruits all of his classmates at the Magic Academy, and then they just like figure out the theory. So instead of her just like drawing a circle on one piece of paper, they stack different magical circles on different pieces of paper and put them on top of each other. And you can use 3D space instead of 2D space. Kind of a simple concept, but yeah, Nanahoshi, she's back to normal now after seeing this. She's inspired again, which was very good. I know like it happened very quickly. Just like seeing her face worn out, dehydrated, just like full of sadness was very powerful. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'm glad that things work out for her. They kind of continue their magic research. And then the big part is that the summoning was successful. So they get a plastic bottle. And then, story progresses again. They have like a big party. Everyone's chilling. Everyone's happy. We kind of overcome the emotional moment. And then we see Rudius's sisters again with Rougier. So they're visiting his house. Insane. Because yeah, it looks like Rudius's dad and Roxy and a bunch of other people are kind of setting off to save Rudius's mother. So yeah, they left the little kids behind. Rudius takes them in. Aisha kind of loves him, and then we see Norn there. She's always been pretty cold, so yeah, we'll see what that's about. But it's also pretty good seeing Rougier again, bro. This dude was the homie. He held it down. He looks like the same as ever. Didn't really grow back his hair, but he seems happy. Pretty good progression. Okay, so for a salad bowl of Eccentrics, episode 3. Very funny episode again. Love this anime. Everything about it is cool. So it's the Olivia story. She's homeless again because she got fired from the detective agency. And she doesn't really want charity, so she kind of goes off on her own, and she's like, yeah, I'll make it myself. So yeah, I mean, she's still homeless, but I guess you gotta survive. She can't fish in the river because Suzuki told her, yeah, like you need a permit for that. So now what does she eat? She eats bugs. So fried grasshoppers, which was very funny. I mean, they honestly look like pretty good. So she prepared them. But yeah, I mean, she hates how delicious they are. Livia's showing us how hard it is to survive. But yeah, Livia's kind of hanging out with all the other homeless people. They're, making friends. And yeah, she goes to the soup kitchen again the next morning and she gets recruited to a cult. Yeah, so this is a cult episode. But yeah, Livia kind of fits in. She's a bit like wary because, she sees how suspicious these people are, and they're kind of preying on people that are struggling. So, I mean, it looks kind of innocent on paper, but if you're not part of this world, then you might get caught up into it. So, yeah, Livia instantly, kind of talks to them. She plays basketball with them, dunking the ball, which was sick. So, yeah, I mean, she's living her best life, doing good. Also, after that, there was, this random cult movie that they, play to indoctrinate you. It has a lot of random subliminal messaging, and the animation was so cute. It was kind of chibi style, a whole different art style for it. And then yeah, Olivia questions, what is this subliminal messaging? What's the point? I'm trying to enjoy the movie. So yeah, again, I love the comedy. It's so nice. But then after that, at the end of the day, this dude kind of puts a knife on her. He runs on stage, tries to stab her because she kind of scammed his whole family, but then he doesn't really have the heart to kill her, so he kind of wants to expose her as a fraud. So yeah, she put a protection blessing on him, but then he stabs himself to test the blessing, which is very dumb. But I guess he didn't really want to be a murderer, so he just tried to kill himself. But then yeah, Livia comes in because she knows magic, she heals him, and then the cult leader is just in love with Livia now. Everyone is a believer of Livia. Livia doesn't want to be a part of this, so she just runs away from the cult. So kind of good finale for this Livia story over here. It was so cute seeing her succeed and everything. And the comedy is so nice. It looks like this cult leader little girl is going to be a reoccurring character as well. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen next time. Okay, so for Dungeon Meshi episode 16, I love this so much, bro. The progression is very crazy. We just meet the other characters again. All the misunderstandings are gone, and yeah, everyone's just talking. So first they're trying to escape the dungeon because they're kind of in this floor where the walls are shifting and everything's kind of trapping them in a big maze. So yeah, Chilchuck's able to navigate through everything, but then yeah, before they kind of continue, they go eat some food. So yeah, we meet a new monster called a dungeon cleaner. They look like little bugs or termites that repair walls. So yeah, it's good dungeon lore we have where basically the dungeon is self-repairing. These little bugs are a part of it, and if it wasn't here, then the dungeon would just collapse. But then yeah, they use it to kind of make a bowl, and I put rice in the bowl. They eat the egg rice with cockatrice meat on it. So a good use of that. And then they get ambushed by another party. So it's Shuro and his band of samurai waifus that he's hanging out with. So yeah, we saw Shuro was part of Laios's party before, and then yeah, he left to kind of rescue Fallen on his own. So yeah, now that he's here, I guess they have to tell him what happened to Fallen. So yeah, just a lot of discussion here. It's pretty much a wholesome get together until Laios kind of spills the tea. So he tells Shuro about their adventures, and then yeah, how they resurrected Fallen, but he keeps it kind of vague. But then yeah, when Shuro wants all the details, he tells him that they used dark magic to revive her, and now she kind of ran away, kind of got kidnapped by the wizard elf dungeon keeper, and now yeah, Laios is getting choked out. That's kind of funny. But yeah, Fallen, we see that yeah, the dark magic is affecting her. So yeah, I thought it would just affect her brain, but she's turning into this big giant dragon chicken bird monster. So I mean, that's pretty sad. Hopefully we can reverse this. But yeah, it looks like dark magic has some interesting properties. They have to kind of clear the air. There's a lot of confusion so far. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. Okay, so for Spice and Wolf episode 3, another chill, wholesome episode. So, I mean, more business is happening. They kind of go to the next town over to sell all their furs, but then Hollow, 200 IQ, these merchants are scammers. It's just knowing how to sell yourself, deal with the competition. So yeah, basically Hollow kind of sells these furs at a higher price because she says that they have this fruit smell on it, so it's super fresh. The animals they got it from was super rare and seasonal. So yeah, I mean, a Hollow kind of sells the furs at a much higher price, and they're eating good, showing that she can contribute her fair share, and she gets to eat a lot of food as well. So she was eating apples. Also, she's a huge cheat code because they kind of continue the plot line with the silver coins and how the silver quality has changed. But then when they talk to an inspector, he says that nothing changed. Both of these coins are the exact same. So then Hollow sees that something is suspicious. They're hiding this for some reason. And then we kind of end on a cliffhanger. What does the guy have to gain from hiding? The only thing I can think of is that he's just hoarding the older coins. But we gotta see, probably more wholesome merchant adventures we're gonna have in the future. But yeah, this anime's been very chill so far. After that, we have Windbreaker episode 3. So we kind of enter the Furin high school. So yeah, all these anime boys here, there's no teachers in sight. So it looks like the students are the teachers. That's kind of nuts. And there's kind of this sick fight scene between Haruka Haruka and Shugista. He's kind of like this long hair dude. So yeah, I mean, they're facing off in the school instantly. So yeah, Haruka wants to be on the top, but then yeah, there's like all this competition here. Also, they kind of get interrupted because there's an announcement. So like the leader of the school is kind of like Gojo Satoru. It's very funny. Everyone kind of respects him. He's like this white haired dude that's like super goofy, but he seems like very serious and strong if he gets mad. His name is Umemiya, so we'll probably see more of him later because he seems to be like a very important character. And then after that, we see that each class has kind of like a captain, so they're kind of like leading everything. They go on patrol, they kind of like help people out. So they do more kind of like community service as gangsters. But then after that, there's kind of like this huge turf war. So yeah, they kind of rescue this middle school kid who's like on a different gang's territory. But then now that they cross the territory, there's like a gang war. So they kind of have to tell that to Umemiya. So yeah, I mean, we see him. He's very happy and carefree. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what's going to happen. This dude apparently is the strongest. All right, and now for Mysterious Disappearances episode 2. I kind of look at this anime. It's shaping up very well. So yeah, it's about like magic objects, these cursed items like in this world. So yeah, just like random ass characters out here. But I guess like the concept is basically that they're just like collecting these magical objects. So yeah, they're called curiosities, and there's one inside of this all-girls school. So yeah, the busty author girl Ogawa, she has to sneak into the school with this other girl Oto. So yeah, I mean they go together. I mean a lot of people don't like her, but apparently she can change her shape at will now since she read the book. So yeah, she can just like turn younger. So yeah, she's just sneaking into the school with all these like underage girls. She's like kind of obsessed over all of them. But yeah, they have to find the like supernatural thing happening. So it looks like there's like a condition called a drooler, which kind of just like turns you into a zombie, makes you drool and like knock out. So yeah, I mean, we gotta deal with that. It looks like the teacher is evil. It looks like just like a plot line where there's no bullying at this school, maybe because the teacher kind of takes care of all the bullies. So yeah, kind of like an interesting concept, you know, a lot of waifus going on, a lot of like strange situations. So yeah, I guess we gotta keep watching to find out more. All right, and now for Train to the End of the World, episode 3. Another crazy episode. So yeah, we meet the mushroom people here. So they go to Higashi Agano, so it's another stop on the train. And yeah, I guess since they're low on supplies, they get to hang out for like a few nights. Maybe interact with all these nice mushroom people, eat their food, relax in their hotel, take baths. So yeah, all the girls are big chilling right now. But we see that something is suspicious. So only Akira, the black-haired short girl, really notices this. But basically, if you're eating the mushroom food, you're actually going to turn into the mushroom people. You're going to grow a mushroom on your head, and you're going to change personalities drastically. So yeah, we see why, because basically these mushroom people, they only live for like 4 to 5 years. And I guess that's preferable because the world is like, you know, really screwed. And then when you're in a mushroom state, you kind of are just like super relaxed, very chill. You don't really care about anything, but you know, just like laying around being a mushroom. So they kind of go around, try to avoid all the hostile mushroom people, but it's kind of too late. Akira realizes that all these girls are doomers now. They turn into mushrooms, they're super lazy, they don't want to do anything. So she kind of like tries to sympathize with Shizuru, the main girl. Don't you want to meet up with Yoka? Isn't this what this whole journey is about? So then yeah, she kind of like, you know, uses the Tak no Jutsu, brings out her memories. So yeah, they're able to pull the mushroom out of the head. They're able to save all the other girls, and then yeah, they talk to the townspeople. They kind of agree to leave each other alone, like, oh, you can live your life as mushrooms, we'll kind of like continue our journey. So yeah, kind of like an interesting story. You know, like these girls don't really have any weapons on them, so I guess it was nice that they got out unscathed. There's probably gonna be more monsters or more kind of like scary situations happening each episode as they make more stops on the trains. Okay, so for Yuru Camp episode 3, very chill episode, not much to talk about, but I mean, it's kind of cool that we see Rin solo camping with Nadeshiko's friend. So yeah, this is like a random ass duo, but yeah, they kind of go like bike together. Rin is like all down though. She's like big chillin'. The other girl's also very chill, so like the vibe is like very nice between them. Not really yelling, not being super expressive. So they cross a lot of these bridges, and I think their destination is Lake Hatanagi. So I mean, that's cool, you know, more places we're going. We see Nadeshiko also doing her own camping. She's like, you know, taking trains to places, eating curry. But yeah, again, another chill slice of life episode. This anime is super wholesome, just feels good to watch it every week. And I guess we're learning more about the outdoors as the girls kind of go to more different places. Okay, so for Go-Go Loser Ranger episode 3, pretty tense episode. D actually dies. Oh my god, spoilers. But yeah, I mean, last episode F died, so now yeah, they're just dropping like flies. So yeah, these kind of alien dudes, they seem to be immortal, right? But then the Power Rangers have divine artifacts, all 5 of them. So yeah, these divine artifacts can kill these guys. So yeah, that's kind of unexpected. Like a lot of like random rules in this world, but yeah, this is the world we're living in. So yeah, D kind of plans to steal the divine artifact with the help of the yellow girl. But then, yeah, you know, he does the infiltration, he gets caught. All the Power Rangers kind of like track him down, and now they're like broadcasting the fight worldwide. So yeah, I guess we got defeated, but it looks like D was successful in kind of sacrificing himself The Blue Ranger kind of like hits him with the divine artifact. Looks like he kills him. But then Suzukiri was able to kind of like secure the divine artifact for herself. So, I mean, she's badass. She's controlling everything. It's pretty sad to see D die, but I'm pretty sure he's still alive. Okay. I'm coping because this is our main character. This is the Lusa Ranger. So yeah, I guess we'll see what's gonna happen. But yeah, very thrilling episode. All right, let's quickly talk about some other shows. So yeah, Unnamed Memory, I want to mention. Because, yeah, I talked about it in my first episode review, where the main dude is just, like, super perfect, can do no wrong. And it kind of continues here, because the witch Tanasha, she puts, like, this whole, like, protection blessing on him. So, basically, while she's alive, like, he'll never get hurt. Literally takes no damage, no magical physical damage. Like, isn't that kind of overpowered? Like, this main character has no flaws. He has all the buffs. Does not have to worry about anything. Kind of feels undeserved. I don't know. I mean, I know he's a Giga Chad, so maybe he deserves some things, but this seems like he's playing life on easy mode. I'm kind of jealous. But yeah, there's kind of like this big fight between Tanasha and like this kind of legendary wolf that was sealed away. Like, his action isn't really anything special, just like, you know, random fantasy filler. But I guess the story goes on. I think like the big thing that happens at the end of the episode is that Tanasha got like kind of seriously injured. So she had to use her lifespan to kind of heal herself. So she grew a little older. It doesn't really look that way in like the anime art style. Like, she looks exactly the same, but I guess her hair got a little longer. And yeah, that might be like foreshadowing in the future. Maybe like this will happen again. She'll have to sacrifice herself to save the prince. Also, we have the 7th Prince anime. So yeah, he kind of rescues the pink-haired girl, Tao, and then he like masters her like breathing technique to like fight this like undead lich. So yeah, that happened, you know. So, yeah, nothing crazy, but you know, stuff's going on in this isekai. Like, it's very funny seeing Lloyd just be super overpowered. So yeah, I mean, just like turn your brain off, watch the cool animation, and also like the kind of shameless fan service moments, and you'll definitely have a good time. Okay, so for Re-Monster episode 3, kind of crazy episode. You know, Gabro living his best life, getting so many upgrades. We saw last time he defeated like this red fire-breathing bear, and he turns into like this giant ogre. And now he's like huge. He kind of like has the slime arms, but he's still like kind of being overpowered. He's kind of talking to all the girls in like the goblin lair. And I mean, long story short, you know, he does random isekai stuff. But yeah, the big thing, he has like this 5-way orgy at the end of the episode. So that's kind of crazy. I'm like, progression? Bro, this is so fast. This is only episode 3. So yeah, all the human girls that he rescued, they're still here. So yeah, I guess they're all kind of falling for him. So yeah, he has the red-haired girl. He has the twin sisters. And he has like the goblin waifu as well. So yeah, just like interspecies harem. I think there's actually 6 girls he's doing right now. Plus there's like a dryad that he did before. So like that's why they got jealous. But yeah, anyway, kind of crazy. That's what I want to mention here for Re-Monster. It's definitely very like power fantasy. Like, the main character just gets everything. Like, you just name it, just like upgrades on top of upgrades. It's like kind of surprisingly cool. We also got the Slime anime season 3 episode 3. So I mean, nothing really too much happened, which was kind of chill. A very chill episode, which I like. But yeah, it's pretty much just like story setup after story setup. Everyone just like talking, mentioning how like their kingdoms are being set up, who's doing what. And I mean, it feels like this is like the calm before the storm. There's gonna be a lot of talking and kingdom building, but then yeah, once like the demon lords come in, once like more enemies, then shit will probably pop off real soon. And finally, we have the Archdemon anime with the Elf Bride. So I mean, some stuff happens. First of all, Zagon, he turns into an Archdemon actually. There's like a seed open, they kind of recruit him because his power's like pretty strong. He can kind of like copy other people's magic just by seeing it. But then like the thing is, like, if you're an Archdemon, you kind of like have nothing. You're just like living your life in darkness, all for like getting more power. So yeah, he kind of doesn't want to drag Neffy into this. So he's able to free Neffy. He gets the key to free her. But yeah, the problem is that's not what she wants. She wants to hang out with him. So yeah, the Stockholm syndrome is going on with her. You know, after Vinland Saga season 2, I've seen the discussions. There's no such thing as a good slave master. But yeah, Neffy wants to be with him. It's kind of like heartbreaking because Zagon like kicks her out. He's like, you're free, but then she doesn't know what to do. I mean, I don't even know what's right here. I mean, it's a fantasy world, so obviously they're gonna get together. But yeah, Neffy is like homeless right now. But I mean, this is like the first time she's like experienced freedom. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. And yeah, that is it for the anime this week. Thank you for watching. These are the shows I've watched. So yeah, please let me know if you're keeping up with anything new. I haven't been keeping up with a lot of like continuations, like Irregular at Magic High School season 3, and then the Misfit of Demon Academy season 2. So yeah, I do got those on my list. But yeah, besides that, I'll see you next week. Peace.